Welcome back to the Bigger Hunters podcast. It's your host, Hunter. Dane actually decided to show up. Bye, Dane. Probably won't see you for a while. Hi, Jeremy.
What's up, buddy?
Are you hurt by that?
A little bit.
Decided to get on Clash Clans the first time in forever.
I think I'm going to delete it. That just made me mad.
You gotta
Wow.
hold that mic up, dog.
Jeez.
Gonna get rid of her.
Why would you do that?
Dude, that game's addicting, and
Yeah.
I don't need to get back into that.
Why?
It's time to hunt, dude.
Well, you can do it. Like,
No.
You can play for like 20 minutes in a day, maybe.
Dude, if you add up 20 minutes every day for the rest of my life, that's like
A lot of
a
minutes.
lot of minutes.
Worth it.
No. No.
Worth it. I'm on the Champions League now, so I got two
Big
levels to
baller
go.
over here.
I actually have not spent money on that game in a very long time. I did when I got started because I wanted to beat you, but then I beat you real easy. So then I haven't spent any money. And it wasn't even that much money. It was like $5 here, $5 there.
You know what happens when you do $5 here, $5 there every day?
Kind of sound like a boomer.
Adds up to a lot of $5 here.
You're starting to
and
sound
there.
like a boomer.
Yeah, well, I'm sure these nice folks.
You know, if you're getting
Don't
you get
wanna-
the $5 coffees,
Okay,
you
so we were
if
talking
you didn't
about
get the
this
$5
beforehand
coffees,
already.
you could buy a house.
I'm sure these nice folks don't want to hear about a phone game, so
I think they enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of people that play it that are.
probably.
There's probably some homies that are like, bro, I want to join your clan. It's called the Jerk Circle. You're welcome to join.
I can't believe
Send
you,
us some.
can't
Send us
believe
an
you
ad.
name dropped it on the,
Boy, it's still that's what the name of our group chat is.
I know.
That's what Dane put it at. I didn't do that. That was Dane.
Oh, I
And everybody was like, "That's awesome."
thought it was Hunter's idea.
No, that was mine.
Okay.
I mean, if he didn't do it, I don't really care. You know, homies know where it's at. They know how to finish it off.
Homie knows where home is.
By the way, funny story. I have a rep that blew off his hand.
What?
He like firework. So he said it was homemade. It was supposed to be an artillery. It definitely was just M80.
Okay.
Lit it.
Quarter stick.
I don't know what happened, but the fuse went blew up his hand. Like he's got nubs. I'm like,
I
well,
feel for him. Is it his right hand?
yeah. And he likes to golf too, so good luck with that.
I feel like he can
That's
figure
tough.
it out after a while.
I mean, I hope so.
How much of a nub? Are we talking like little tiny nubs or like?
There's a couple of fingers that's got a little more than a nub, like a knuckle, and there's a couple of nubs.
Oh, he's good. He'll be.
I think he can manage to do it. He's gonna have to figure it out, but I think he can do it.
Yo.
But either way, talk about Jerk Circle, nubbies.
He's not invited.
Yeah.
I don't want a nubby.
He's just slapping it around at that point.
Left hand. He's still got that left hand.
Got the old club. Come here, boy. All right, let's get on a real topic here. Dane, how's the old farm?
It's getting there. Huh?
Apparently you're cutting down all the habitat that you possibly have.
No,
And
I'm trying to cut down all the trees so we have more grass.
really, because you hate out all the grass.
What trees are you cutting down now?
There's just not like currently, just
Oh.
plans to. Not all the trees. I want to cut down some of the trees. Get a. I said it earlier. Get some grass coming up, an understory. I want to get an understory
yeah.
because we've got some timber that is just bare underneath. We don't need that.
You keep the cows out of it.
There ain't no cows where I'm talking about.
Well, if you would commit to actually doing burns.
Well, yeah. The only problem with that is it was hard to burn the last couple of years.
We could have burned so easily this spring,
Yeah,
but
this
you
spring.
like.
I did do a couple burns this spring.
No, he didn't. Oh, you did one that you shouldn't have done, but
Hey, it looks
That
amazing.
doesn't. I mean, it does look good, but that doesn't count when we literally had the giant plan, and I was like, "Hey, so we want to do it these 2 weeks," and you're like, "Yeah."
To do that one, we have to get a permit. Like,
Well, yeah, you need to get a permit for what you did.
well, yeah, but that one was like a drive away.
Okay. Anyways,
Here, let me just light this on fire and just leave.
It was surrounded by water, and a rock road. So, and there was no wind, and we got an inch of rain the day before.
Anyways.
It wasn't going nowhere.
Anyways.
Okay. But either way, you hate out a bunch of habitat for pheasants and quail. It's fine. It's fine.
You wait, what?
Yeah,
I said
what?
you hate out a bunch of habitat for quail.
You're just
and
talking
pheasant.
about the haying.
You're talking about the alfalfa field. You got to keep cutting alfalfa, or it just turns to non-existent cover. Like, if you don't cut it, it don't grow.
Does it?
Yeah, it gets to a certain height, and
Yeah.
it'll just die off and be icky dead alfalfa.
Yeah, that's great. That's food
For what?
for everything.
No, they prefer it about a week after you cut it.
Everything eats alfalfa, but yeah, it is better right after it's cut for most species.
That fresh, tender, green, leafy.
Yeah. Either way.
Have the
I'm
deer
just-
started hitting that yet?
The does have.
Have they?
Yeah.
It's been
I
about.
wish
chunky
you. I wish you
girls.
had heeded what I asked you to do, but
I couldn't, dude.
I know you couldn't. I mean, you could have, but you.
I could have.
Like I mean, you definitely could have, but
It'll still be good, and
it'll be good.
it'll
but
be good. And we'll get our next cut like the perfect time. So
no, you're not cutting it again. Once September 1st hits,
I'll have to.
no,
I'll have
not
to.
allowed. I don't actually think, based on what I'm seeing so far, I don't think it'll grow enough for you to cut it again.
It better.
Why? You cut it like 4 times this summer.
That was only the second cutting, dude.
I'm pretty sure it was at least the 3rd. I've got pictures of you every time you cut it.
Second.
It don't matter.
This is
This is such a useless conversation.
is.
I like it. No.
Sorry, everybody who's listening to this.
What?
I like you.
You like me?
Yeah, you're pretty cute.
Thank you.
All right.
Been working on myself, you know.
Working on myself.
All right, Jeremy. Been waiting on it.
I'm waiting on what?
You know, you had the good luck from last year. It's just entered into this year, which is great.
Actually, we really struggled on that.
Really? Took you like 2 days instead of 1, or?
Well, that was the second. that was the second time we went out there.
On a
Like,
serious
we
note.
really struggled. We went out 2 times and we're successful.
The first trip was a
Yeah.
fest. I was ready to go.
I'm
home.
surprised you went out there because that was so hot that weekend.
No, it was nice both weekends we went.
Wow.
We went the weekend.
It was hot here.
We went the weekend before the heat. We were gone the weekend we got all the rain.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So yeah,
Did you drive the old man's new truck out there to both times, or
yeah.
What do you buy?
You bought another Ford.
F1 shitty?
Don't be hating. You got the old Titacoma.
258,000 miles on her.
Meh.
That's how many it has on it.
Yeah, the
Yeah, and the older one.
old one.
That's the one, like,
The new one's still a baby. She's not even broken yet.
really.
She's still under 100.
She ain't broken yet.
Chinga. It ain't gonna take long. I mean, especially if you go to Montana without us.
You say that like we weren't the ones who
you're
didn't.
Yeah.
What?
You two group call me.
I don't.
This is-
Don't act like it was a bad.
Oh, no.
thing.
It was. This was not a bad
Also,
thing.
keep in
but,
mind, I had said we needed to talk about Montana. I didn't just drop it on you.
he did not drop the bomb on me, but I'm going to pretend to be a little salty here. Hey, so what if we didn't go to Montana because we've got water and we want to kill ducks, even though we kind of still want to go to Montana, but
Oh no, I'm like our future plans of potentially Arizona or New Mexico are so out of my brain right now because all I can think about is teal. That's all I can think about.
I believe it.
I legitimately like until
You want to know what I'm crazy excited for right now? Arizona, New Mexico, wherever we go.
that's cool and all. I'll start thinking about that in like November.
That's fair. Nah, we'll be hunting quail here in November.
Yeah, that's why I'll be thinking about
That's
that
true.
trip in November.
That's true.
You gotta actually finish your harvest on time if you're gonna do that.
How are we going to do that?
Do
Bro,
what?
I will be done by middle January.
You didn't get done. Wait, middle of January. What?
I thought we were going middle January.
Yeah, but you just talking about quail hunting in November. How's that?
Oh,
going?
I'm talking here.
Yeah.
I still went out a couple times.
Well, yeah, you didn't
like,
get done with
quick
harvest until
mornings
like
and quick
Thanksgiving
afternoons.
last year.
Yeah. But it was after Thanksgiving, just to be honest. But
I don't know how you guys were moving at snail's pace this last year. It felt like
we didn't have a single day off. That's how we got done at a reasonable time. It never rained last year.
I said you went snail's pace, not at a reasonable time.
No, I know we were able to go like slowly because we didn't have to race to get it done.
Or if you just got it done.
No, what I'm telling you is I think you guys took forever to get done.
Yeah, I understand.
Like I'm
Today, Junior. Just like you're farming.
Hunter calls me a bad farmer.
I didn't.
happened.
Yeah,
I didn't think you were a bad farmer.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
no, that might have been Jeremy.
There you
I
go.
didn't call you a bad farmer.
What were we getting at there?
We're talking about his elk hunting.
Oh,
We're getting there.
well, we
We're
hadn't
just-
even said that yet.
Yeah, he did. He brought it up. we were
No,
joking with him.
we didn't really say what was going on. You just said, "Do I want to talk about it?"
Yeah, that's what we're here to do. is
Okay,
talk
all
about it.
right. So what we're gonna talk about
I'll just
today?
shut up.
I
Then.
kind of want to blow this podcast up and start over.
I like it.
It's been a ramble fest. Hopefully, people, if you stuck, if you stuck to it, we're gonna talk about the fact that my dad got an elk tag this year in the state of Nebraska. It was a cow tag.
Moo,
She was tasty.
Yeah, we had her for dinner tonight.
moo.
It was very bueno.
You could have convinced me that thing was mooing a week ago because
It was
it tasted. No, like elk don't moo.
moo.
It tasted like it mooed though.
Are you saying I undercooked it?
Hey,
I thought
however you cooked it, it was good.
it
So
was really good.
I had 2 steaks.
I
don't
was
like
really,
steak.
really, really, really nice to the boys and brought backstrap. So like they got.
Did you think about that though? I had 2 steaks.
Yeah, you did.
I
That's
don't
pretty
like steak.
impressive. Dane is not your true Nebraskan boy. He does not like a good steak.
Take a booger any day.
I do enjoy burger though. We'll probably do elk burgers later in a couple weeks here.
No, you can bring steaks again.
I might bring both. Who knows? I don't know if I'll bring backstraps again. But the other steaks were good. Anyways,
Were they that good though?
they weren't as tender, but they were as good. But anyways, Dad got an elk tag this year. I had a lot of people that post I made on Facebook with the picture of his elk, and I kind of just said, I was like, Dad's been applying for a cow tag in Nebraska for 8 years, which anyone who's tried to apply for Nebraska elk tags knows that even that for a cow tag is ridiculous. Dane,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got mine the first year.
that's
so-
why I'm saying it's ridiculous, because Dane, everyone else that I know that's had a tag in their pocket first year. Trell got
Not
it first year.
everyone, but most people, yeah.
No, everyone I know
Oh, okay.
personally that has had a tag, it was their first
Besides
year.
your dad
Except for Dad. Well,
and
yes.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dane.
Good.
When are you gonna draw a tag?
Good thing I
thank you,
haven't-
Dane.
I haven't put in for a cow tag. So.
See, that would just.
Hunter, do it next year.
I would
totally go
I
to
would.
it.
I would take you. I'd have no problem.
I
with
think
it.
I can apply next year. Is that my 5th year?
No, I think you've got
One
two
more
more
year, two
still.
more.
Terrell.
Hey,
no, I know.
Don't go with him. He took me unsuccessful.
all right,
as all
okay.
get out.
We're just gonna go to the same place they did.
I know that.
Right. Oh, I got another spot.
I know that Terrell can apply next year for the first time, and I think you were 2 seasons after Terrell. Yeah.
Next, I was the season.
No, you
was
weren't
it two?
because it was 2.
God, it's only been 3 years.
Yeah.
I got 2 more.
But I actually told Terrell the other day, I was like, so since you can start applying for a cow tag next year, if you get one before me, you had to give me the tag. you had to call a Game of Parks
And sign it over.
and have it transferred to me. And he said no, and I was like, okay, have fun going by yourself.
Good luck. Good luck, pal.
But no, so
You're not that guy. You're not that.
Yeah, well, I would actually be very mad.
One thing I'd like to bring up super quick. These nice stands you guys got.
Yep.
Are we ever going to get a third one of those?
No, not for
Or can
you.
we like
We ready to rumble? Bum, bum, bum.
we could hang this from the ceiling.
I'm not gonna do
Looks
that.
so weird.
I bought you a stand. I've got to get the
Actually-
right stuff for it. It's here somewhere.
Drywall screws and duct tape, baby.
Hard pass.
Anyways, like I said, Dad's been applying for a while. So when he got it, I was super excited. Obviously, we're all excited and whatnot. And I had a little more trouble than I would have liked finding a place to hunt, which, you know, it all worked out in the end. But which I felt really bad because we switched units this year, just as like the unit. I don't really care about, you know, explaining elk units. We hunted unit 1 for years. It's where I took Terrell. It's where I took Terrell's dad. It took you and Tyler. And we have a really good connection up there. But like before the application process this year, I started looking at the odds, and that unit's odds are just like, that is the premier unit for elk in the state. Like big bulls, big numbers. Like, I mean, the property that we went to every time somebody had a tag, that herd was, I mean, if you found the main herd, it was every bit of 80 or 90 elk that roamed around his property. So like, that's why it was so frustrating that it was dry the year that I took you and Tyler, because
Hey, we saw them
we did see
Just-
them. They just were on the wrong property.
yonder.
Yeah, they were about, what, a mile and a half, 2 miles off property.
That was the day we left too.
Yeah.
They showed up.
But so I was looking at odds, and I was like, well, let's try this unit. It's got a lot of tags, and on top of that, like, better odds. And I just wanted to test it, and sure enough, Dad got a tag, and then I went on a struggle bus trying to get a place with permission. And actually, the biggest thing was I couldn't get people to call me back. And these are like people that I was getting connected with through other people, or like Brad gave me a few names that he knew in the area. I got some names from the Game and Parks. And shoot, most people wouldn't call me back. And then we found a place to hunt, and then one guy called me back basically begging me to come hunt there. And I was like, well, we've already got a place to hunt now, so sorry. I'll remember that for the future, though. But we ended up going 2-3 weeks ago, like the first full weekend in August, because he got the early tag. And kind of similar to what happened with you guys, the elk were just off the property. We saw, like, first morning we were there, we saw the herd. They were just on the property to the north. Pretty decent herd, about, I don't know, 40 calves, and a couple bulls. And
Any
then-
nice ones?
Not in that group. Usually the really big bulls, they run as a bachelor group, like away from the cows until closer to September or into September. But they, off that property that Dad shot his from, they shot a 380 and some change last year. I mean, giant. So, and that, like, that area, they, you know, Nebraska's really good at shooting. Like, you have the opportunity to shoot a giant bull because of the way we do run it. I mean, if you can manage to get a tag.
Isn't that crazy? Like, they actually do a pretty good job of managing elk, but they can't do a deer.
Yeah, I don't.
Isn't that,
I think the hard thing is because, like, you know, we've only been offering elk hunting in the state since like the early 2000s or something like that. Whereas obviously we've been deer hunting in the state for a long time, and our deer numbers exploded. Well, they don't want the elk numbers to explode in this state. Like, I believe, if somebody knows, feel free to comment. Our elk population's only somewhere around like 9,000 in the state.
Let me look it up.
And we only offer between bull and cow tags. We offer only like 350 or so.
They say around 3,000.
3,000. Okay. But so they try because I won't harp on it too much, but obviously our game and parks really likes to help out the landowners.
This is based on 2023, but they give 150 bull permits and 414 antlerless permits.
Okay.
So yeah, they give about
500,
650.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, man, I'm bad at math.
550.
So 550.
Yeah. What are you looking at on your phone?
But I'm guessing the success. I wonder what the success rate on the cow elk.
The success rate in Nebraska is like 85% across the board for elk.
So you giving out 500, let's say 400 are killed, so you still have 2,500 elk per year.
Is there an early season deer tag you can get in Nebraska?
Nothing before the 1st of September. Oh, that's tribal land.
Oh,
That's a totally different situation.
okay. That was what I was.
I know.
looking at.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was like, what's going on?
I don't know the regulations of that, but the tribal land has their own
laws
and
regs.
I mean, that's where Ray usually goes to turkey hunt.
Oh yeah.
So we're used to. But
Don't do that.
That's
Don't do that.
Don't want to get the skinwalkers going?
that's crazy business.
What? You don't want to talk about that? I think I'm going to specifically bring somebody in here just to talk about.
No, that's fine.
No,
Like,
I have no care about your comment about the skinwalkers. It's just that is I don't care if you want to do that off
derogatory.
podcast, but
Derogatory? How?
I was gonna go with straight up racist. But
Wait, what?
Kinda.
talking about your war cry, but
No. Oh, that was just a joke. That was like Florida State,
oh, okay. Anyways,
Jeez.
but
He didn't mean it that way.
yeah. But no, our first weekend we went up there, we were seeing them. They just were all off the property. We had one cow that was on the property that we were just, you're hunting corn pivots where we were. And that's just basically where the elk hang out. They like to be in the corn because, water, good food. I mean, but we were just on the wrong side of the corn. So the first weekend didn't have much success. Luckily, the guy we were with was like, come back out. They didn't cooperate. And so we left this last Friday, which, what's today? The 25th. So we left on Friday, and boy, was it a long night, long day. Left in the morning, got to the property at like 5:30, and the way the property lays out, where a lot of the elk cross, it's down on a low spot, and so the only kind of regret I have, I didn't get to sit with Dad because it was just him and I that evening, and there's a really good high spot that it is in your advantage to have somebody sitting in case the elk come out on the backside of the corn. And that's exactly what they do. Like 30 elk came out of the backside of the corn. And so I was like, hey, there's a bunch of elk back here. You should start working that way. And those elk ended up getting spooked and going on to the neighbors. So I was like, well, you better just hold up because they're kind of spooked. He's like, he goes, oh, God damn it. I started to walk this way, and I looked back to where I was sitting, and there's 3 staring at me right there. And I was like, you're kidding me, right? And he's like, no. And sure enough, I throw my binoculars up in that area, and I could see their heads in the corn. And I was like, sick. I mean, literally would have walked out in front of him at like 100 yards. And so he just kind of ended up sitting down, and then like an hour before sunset, they just started piling out of the corn, like all over the place. Like I said, about 30 came out on the backside of the corn, and then I don't know, 10 to 15 or so came out in the area he was originally watching, and they all walked right to him. So, I mean, he made a great shot,
Heck yeah.
as he always does. My dad's a hell of a shot. It's kind of funny. So my dad used to go to Colorado every year when I was a kid. So like, this is not his first elk. It's his first Nebraska elk.
He's never shot a bull though, has he?
No, see, Dad doesn't.
Yeah.
He's just not a head hunter, which is totally fine. Like, we grew up in a household where it was all about the meat, and I honestly, like, I didn't become like an aggressive head hunter until I started hanging out with you. Like, I would shoot bucks,
Yeah.
but I wasn't like, this is my standard, if
Yeah,
you
you
will.
weren't
Like,
passing anything that.
yeah, well, because we hunted public land. I mean,
Nope.
and I say it often, but I'm grateful to hunt your property with you. But, so Dad's just never been that way. I mean,
It's the only reason he keeps me around.
It is, but
I love you.
I know Hunter's not using me.
I don't actually use you.
I'm just kidding.
You know I'd help you out with anything. I'm still waiting for your dad to tell me when he needs that house painted.
They're trying to figure out flooring and stuff first, and
Still.
I told them that was a terrible idea and to let you paint first, but
As long as I'm not painting trim, I don't care. But if they want the trim painted,
they don't.
okay.
I
It's
think
just-
she wants to leave it the natural.
If it's just walls, then it's not that big of a deal because I can just lay drop cloths or plastic or something. But I digress. But so he's never had a bull tag or anything like that. But it was entertaining. Like, we did the whole process. Like, we butcher all of our stuff all the time, and like Trell and some of our buddies came over, and the guys were so fascinated because one of Dad's elk in Colorado, like, the question of what's your longest shot came up, and Dad loves to tell the story, but one of his elk in Colorado, he shot free-handed up the mountain, holding his aim, not like, he just shoots a basic 3x9. I don't even know what kind of scope it is. It's so old. It's original to the gun.
That's 7 mil.
That's 7.
That
And
gun's pretty old.
he got that gun right before I was born, I believe.
So
it's
27 years
Yeah, 27 to 30 years old. But he free-handed an elk at like 440 some yards in Colorado, and he loves to tell that story because he made that shot and she just rolled down the mountain, and then like comes to Nebraska and shoots one at like, I think it was 120, 150 yards. And so there's just a dirt road that goes through the middle of all the pivots and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she was like 20 feet off of that road. Like, I mean,
Right off the pivot road.
It was perfect, but it's funny, kind of funny. So we get there, he shoots he has a successful harvest, and I go meet up with him and hugging it out and, talking the whole story. And I mean, I got a really cool bird's eye view of it, but, so he still had to tell me everything. Honest to God, I was paying attention to the wrong cow because there was like 6 or 7 of them, and he ended up shooting a different one, but it's fine. But, so we had the crazy idea, like we get to it, and like we had kind of been going back and forth whether or not, if we got it that night, if we were going to just drive home or get a hotel. And my brain was like, dude, let's just field dress her right here, and we'll just hoist her up into the truck, just the two of us. And so he was like, that's not a bad idea. And I was like, we could just get ice to put inside the cavity and whatnot, and then we just drive home. And then I was like, then we can just find a place to hang it. Honestly, I was going to call you and see if we could bring her out to the
shop building.
shop building. And he's like, yeah, let's do that. So we take the time to field dress her, which was a task in itself. Like, I mean, and so we get that done. And then, when you field dress an animal, usually one of the things you do is you flip them over to get all the blood out of the cavity.
Could you guys not?
No. We went to try and do that, and we couldn't get her to like really get flat and spread out and whatnot. And then we kind of just both looked at each other like, how in the hell are we gonna get her up in the truck? And like, we kind of just stood there contemplating it for a minute or two, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So just grab knives and just get to work, I guess. But, and dude, each one of the back legs on her they were like 70, 75 pounds apiece.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's a big bitch.
Yeah, no, she was big. It's the biggest elk Dad's ever shot for sure, weight wise. And I mean, we got
that corn-fed elk.
Yeah, I mean, we always try and like see how much weight we end up with, and like I was guessing somewhere around 200 pounds of meat, and we ended up in that 240 range, which is insane. It took us like a total of 13 hours or something like that to do everything. Spent most of Sunday working on it, and then I was over there last night doing all the ground. It was a lot of work, but
she sure is a tasty old gal.
Oh yeah, and then of course I tried her with, I brought some for you guys obviously, and I took some to Terrell and some of our buddies to try, and I think you could put a plate of beef and a plate of this cow next to each other for somebody who wouldn't know the difference, and I just don't think they could tell you what was what.
I'm gonna text your dad right now. I'm gonna be like, I will kick everybody, including Jeremy and myself, off this year for rifle season. Give me the rest of the back straps.
Oh, ain't no way, because you'd have to fight it away from me too. That's not happening. Yeah,
tell your dad. I'll be like, I will go get a deprivation tag, and you can take all the does you want. I don't even know if that's how it works, but I'm pretty sure you can give deprivation tags.
I think so, but you probably I don't know if your area would qualify for deprivation.
Did you remember? You were with me when we saw that cornfield work.
I was the one that told you about the cornfield, but a lot of deprivation also is off of the number of deer in an area, and I think there's a good chance the state would look at the deer numbers in your area and go, they're probably a touch lower than.
Well, yeah, they've lowered our tags for the last 2-3 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to be having some serious. Which, don't get me wrong, there's a couple areas on your property this year that were insane. I think it's just because of how much moisture we got in July. The deer really hit the corn hard this year. But I don't know. That whole other thing. But so yeah, great success. I love those early season elk tags.
I was wondering. My thought process was, I wondered how you got it out of there.
Yeah, no. Well, it's so funny which I don't actually think it went through, but I sent everybody a Snapchat of the elk moving towards Dad, which I don't think it actually went through before he pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
But then where she laid was a dead zone. And so we're just standing there it took us about 2 hours to break her down completely.
Yep.
And we're sending texts and pictures to everyone. I've got people blowing up my phone like, did you guys kill one tonight or whatever? Like Terrell, obviously, he knew we were out there. He knew that there were, I had definitely said that we'd seen some elk already. And he was just like, by the time I got back to surface, I just had a wall of messages coming through my phone. And then, Dad had tried to send messages and I had tried to send messages. And it was just once I hit service, it was like an hour of just communicating with people. But which is a lot of fun. I loved it because It's funny, like even you and I were joking about it earlier while we were sitting up at dinner. Like, my dad is like, for a lot of guys, they're like hunting dad. Like, he has helped a lot of people get into hunting. He has helped them have success. Me as well. Like he obviously got me into it, and you know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't get a touch emotional being able to just post a picture of us sitting beside an elk that one of us harvested. You know, we both got to be there for Terrell, and we've taken several other people elk hunting, but it was the amount of people that we've known from over the years that just were like texting him, or I mean, shoot, did you text him or call him that night?
I texted him.
Yeah, like, and I had even told you, and you went out of your way just to text him personally, instead of just being like, "Hey, tell him congratulations." And he got that from a lot of people, and you know, a lot of guys that we've helped hunt over the years texting us and or commenting on posts and whatnot, and it was well deserved.
Dang kids and their phones.
I don't have $5,000, but that would be
dude,
sweet.
look at the truck it's on.
It's an elk or
It's
what?
an F-150.
That'd fit your dad's truck.
It would, but dad has a ladder rack on it.
That's fair.
But he also wouldn't have the $5,000 to buy it.
Yeah, he spent all his money chasing elk this year.
Yeah. I mean, that is one thing I will say, which obviously I know I told Dane. I actually don't know if I elaborated it to you, Hunter. Like, we went through a guide, and I honestly, it was helpful. It wasn't extremely, like, wouldn't say it was inexpensive, but it wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be, you know. Which it does take away half the battle of just being able to be in the right area, and you know, you look at I mean, Dane, for instance, we shot this elk on the north side of the interstate where we antelope hunted.
Oh.
You never could have told me there was elk in that area.
I never would have guessed.
Like, when we did this unit, I figured we would be further north hunting.
Huh.
And yeah.
So you guys probably saw a ton of antelope.
Actually, we really didn't, but we didn't drive around looking for them.
That's fair.
I do know that I think this weekend, the guide service, I mean, they had a couple antelope hunters in camp, and they shot a few, but
Nice.
But yeah, no, it was an area I wouldn't have expected to see elk. You wouldn't really know unless you stumbled across them.
Yeah.
Or had somebody telling you they were there. But makes total sense why they're there. I mean, they're just sitting in the corn. I mean, I think that's probably similar to what you guys dealt with when your dad had his tag.
Yep.
They're big animals and they eat a lot.
Biggest thing though is like bulls. You can call them out of the corn because they want to fight you, but cows, like, you just gotta wait for them.
Yeah, you just gotta wait for them to come out.
You're on their schedule.
Yep. And he said that when we went into the hunt, he was like, in the morning, it could be a real rodeo. Like, you're just trying to get in front of them before they get to that corn. And some mornings they give you an hour. Some mornings they give you 10 minutes.
Yep.
And elk, I already knew this about elk, but once they get started a direction, if you're not in a spot to cut them off, you may never catch up to them because they'll either mosey or they'll hit a clip and they'll go half a mile in like 20 minutes. I mean, they move. So yeah, and then in the evenings you're just kind of waiting for them to come out. Like I said, that first weekend we were there, they just were not on the property. They were to the north of us, and we knew that. And honestly, I won't lie, I was a little discouraged, but luckily our guide worked with us a lot, and he was very kind, understood the elk weren't doing what they were supposed to, and he was like, come back. I mean, you guys paid for your access and everything. Like, I may be too busy to help, which was the case. He wasn't able to help us, but he was like, go get one. We want you to get one.
Yeah.
A lot of calves this year, too. which means next year
might be more tags.
I don't know about more tags, but there's going to be farmers that are like, please come shoot
kill
these
this thing.
But I'm really glad we got it done the weekend we did, because I would have gone back out with Dad. But of course, like, once September hits, like, I want to do my own thing too, because like I'll admit to the fact I'm pretty selfish and I want to go harvest things myself. And then the guy that owns the property that we were on has a bull tag this year, and so he basically was like, once September hits, until he kills his bull, I don't know that anybody can get on the property.
I don't blame him.
And I was like, that's totally fair. I would probably be the same way too.
Yeah, I don't blame him one bit.
So, but yeah.
Always gonna find his 380.
Oh, he probably will too. So
There's enough girls in the corn.
especially this year, it was with the moisture. It was a really good antler growth year. There's gonna be some big elk and big deer in that area. So
We can hope.
Some big deer.
Hopefully there's a few in our area.
Nope.
now we've got a few.
There's a couple nice ones.
The old road will get them.
Ain't nothing like last year, that's for sure.
The old road will get them. Don't you worry about that. I like how you posted that, and I was like, it's already off the road. We get them. No. Too busy on that dang phone of yours.
I'm listening.
Are you?
Growing, I don't know. Like,
We're even talking about elk. We're
Yeah,
not even
I
talking
don't know.
about like.
I don't know why you're just.
Not even talking about waterfowl
I'd rather talk about waterfowl.
or even really.
Or
even turkey.
Like I
So
love hearing the story about the elk, but like
alright.
I'm not going elk hunting anytime soon.
It's all right.
so
I understand your phone's more important than
I'm trying
our
to figure.
conversation.
But
here.
speaking of the reason we were back to what I was saying, like the reason I asked about getting it in the truck was because when my dad shot his, he even brought like a utility trailer because he had his side by side. Or I guess he didn't have the side by side. He was planning on putting the elk on it. Well, it even has a winch. It was probably a 2-year-old bull. It was only a 6x6 my dad shot. It was a smaller one, but like they stuck that winch to it and it ripped the winch off of the trailer. Yeah. First they tried to pull it up there. Obviously that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
And then they tried to do the winch and that didn't work. And even when as far as like when it started pulling, I guess that the ball that they had for that trailer wasn't the right size, so it even pulled the ball or the trailer curl off the ball.
Oh no.
It's like, okay,
Yeah,
that was a
That
disaster.
sounds like a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was. Granted, like part of the issue was so hard to move the elk, and I really haven't talked about it even with you guys a whole lot. Dane probably knows about it because I complained about it during turkey season, but I've been fighting a back problem all summer, which I gotta go do physical therapy now. Luckily, there's nothing structurally wrong, but so I've been like really timid in how I, do things. And yeah, we went to try and even spin her at she was kind of on the side of like not a very much of a hill, but just a slight side of the hill. And she was, when I went to pull the back straps out, she was actually on the wrong side for the first one. Like she was downhill. And I was like, can we try and spin her so I can get like a better grasp on this? Went to do it. No,
She's like,
no,
I'm not moving.
I mean, it was a
dead weight.
Okay, so we got 243 pounds out of her. We probably I think we brought about 350 pounds of weight back with us, which means probably with the hide and the internals and what bones were left, I bet she was probably between 500 and 600 pounds.
Did he keep the hide?
No, it's a summer hide.
You're right.
Tyler really wanted us to keep it, but it was. I mean, she was starting to shed too.
Yeah,
like it was
she
not.
probably wasn't pretty.
It wasn't a great hide. Now, this being said, like this is the second elk I've ever like gotten to,
Touch.
yeah, touch and butcher up and whatnot. The hide on them is a lot more like cattle. I mean, it really is. It's way thicker. I mean, you know, whereas like when you're butchering up a deer, like there's so much hair on a deer. Now I'm sure a fall coat for an elk is a different story, but like you get to the hide and it's like, I mean, I'm sure if somebody wanted to, you could probably make like quality leather out of an elk hide.
I'm sure.
But
you can buy elk gloves at like.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Ace.
you can do it with deer too, but I think like I think you could go as far as like, you know, almost like making belts and stuff out of it,
really?
kind of leather, like. So I could be wrong, but that like it's.
I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
done it,
no,
but
yeah.
I think you could.
Yeah, no, it was significantly thicker than a deer hide, that's for sure. But
She was significantly bigger than any deer I've ever seen. So,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
it's a deer. But
I laughed at Terrell because like when we got, you know, I was keeping him updated on the total of meat that we got, and he, when I told him the final, he's like, "Dang, so like what, like 2 deer worth?" And I was like, brother, that's like 5 deer worth of meat, like because we mostly shoot does and then the occasional buck, but like on a whitetail doe, you usually end up with a big doe if you know what you're doing. You end up with like 50-ish pounds. I think the biggest doe I've ever got was 60, and then like a buck will be 80 to 100 average. But yeah, no, it. I was like, we basically did what we do as a group in November in a day and a half.
Oh shoot!
So
A little bit of nummies.
Now he just has to draw his bull tag.
I'll cry. I'll cry.
I hope he draws it next.
I think I actually think legitimately next year I'm just going to apply for a cow tag. Because I've never even got to shoot one.
I'm gonna get a cow tag next year.
Dude, apply. I don't, like, you think, you say it in a laughing matter, but I'm not going to care. Like, I get all uppity about it and joke around about it, but like, I'll take you. I mean, or I know you've got areas that you could go. I just had
I'd just come with you to help you spin the bitch around on the hillside.
I don't know. When they did it, they ended up just getting a tractor. I like that idea.
That first one for Terrell's cow.
We'll bring the side by side with the winch. That one won't pop off.
No.
I don't know about that.
That side by side would.
I mean, I got 2 places that if I called them, they'd tell me I could go for it. One even has like a ground blind set up for it because he's so tired of them.
Really? Well, I gotta figure out.
They deer hunt there too.
I gotta figure out what unit that is, and I'll apply for that unit next year.
Like, one would be fun because it would be like full out canyon hunt. And like it's
fun until you got to get them out of the bottom of a canyon.
you just figure out where they're at, and then you go cut them up and bring the side by side down. Bring enough coolers for it; it'd work.
Well, you are more than welcome to my side by side if you ever draw a tag.
Well, we'll just get the old Indian tribe out there.
Oh my gosh! You should apply.
You should.
It's such a good.
You're gonna
meat.
buy a deer tag this year?
No.
It's such good meat. Not that. Well, I mean the deer meat's good too, but like,
Dude, I got one thing in mind until probably the middle of November.
Ducks.
Yeah.
The hard part is now, which we can talk about later, but now they're wanting to go to South Dakota for opening day.
Yeah, I know.
Who's
Actually,
where?
His
dad and my brother.
Ooh, what days? That's like mid-October,
I think it's
isn't
the
it?
20th this year, something like that.
The 18th and 19th is the weekend, but he can't do the 18th, so he wants to do the 19th and 20th.
He only wants to go for 2 days.
Dude, that's a lot of walking.
Oh, I don't mind that.
No, I'm not saying I'm like your old man.
Oh, he'd be fine.
Well, we would be hunting all that private.
I'm not worried about that.
He'd be fine.
A little worried about the dogs because it's definitely going to be a lot tighter cover.
It'd be thick.
I mean, she'll be fine for 2 days, but 2.5. She'll be tired. But, all right, let's get off the podcast. We'll talk about something else. We'll get another one on. All right, everybody. Appreciate it. Have a good night.